I've always been kind of curious about the whole hemp thing and why it's illegal in the United States and that sort of thing. So I contacted the manufacturers of this product, Manitoba Harvest, and asked them if they would come on the show. And sure enough, the founder of the company, Mike Fata, agreed to join us this morning, and he has a very interesting story. You'll want to hear this. Mike joins us right now from Canada, and a very good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So I'm very curious, Mike. Years ago, you were overweight. You weighed more than 300 pounds, and you started working hemp into your diet and lost a lot of weight. Tell us about it.
Yeah, I grew up and wasn't educated about health, and unfortunately, a fast food restaurant set up right beside my school, and and quickly I skyrocketed to 300 pounds, and I woke up one day when I was 18 and decided to change my diet and change my lifestyle, and lost a bunch of weight, over 120 pounds.
Mike, who recommended that you start eating hemp products?
It was actually, I went on a number of fad diets first, and the no-fat diet was a big one, and I learned the hard way about essential fatty acids, omega-3 and omega-6, and a friend, Martin Moravchik, that had been working with getting hemp legalized in Canada, introduced me to him, and I thought, there's something really here. It's a great chasing product and really nutritious and really helped to stabilize me because I was going on this no-fat kick.
So at the time, hemp was not legal in Canada, and we'll talk about that next segment more in our business segment to find out how you went about making all that happen and now operating a company that deals in hemp. But on the health side of things now, since hemp wasn't legal at that time, where was the hemp coming from that you were eating when you started this diet?
That was the first year, actually, that we had got hemp legal in Canada for research and development. So it was Canadian hemp, and I instantly fell in love. It was hemp oil at that time, and such a nice nutty flavor that hemp seed and hemp food products have. And I learned about the essential fats, omega-3 and omega-6, and hemp even has some of the longer chain fatty acids, stearidonic acid, SDA, and gamma-linoleic acid, GLA. Both are very long chain and healthy fats, similar to fish.
Oh, okay. So it seems counterintuitive that you would add fat to your diet to lose fat, but that's how it works, right?
That's very much how it works. You need to eat the right type of fat, and that's why those omega-3s and omega-6s are called essential fatty acids, because your body can't produce them, and you need to eat them. And they can actually help to break down and help your body better metabolize fats.
That's interesting to me. So when I have been introduced to hemp in the past, it has always been, clothing products or something that requires sort of a rope-like material. Also, I've seen the closest I saw to a food product was like lip balm, and and so when I saw these hemp hearts in our refrigerator several weeks back, I thought, really, like actually eating the hemp? Do you find that it's a big education process to get people on that track?
Very much so. We've been it's been 15 years now since we've been in business, and every day is educating the public. Basically, hemp has two components to it. It's a fiber, the fiber part of the plant, and then the seed. And the fiber has been used for a long time for making ropes and paper and other construction grade materials, and also linen. So they're making clothes out of it. But the seed, which has been utilized for thousands of years as well, for the healthy properties in the oil and making a meal out of it. But less people know about it. More people know about the fiber aspects of the plant.
Yeah. So you have the hemp hearts. You have hemp oil, which I have here in my hand as well, that you guys were nice enough to send us a package of, primarily because not all of this is available to us here. It's something that you guys did get into Costco. That's where we found it here locally. Are you in some other chains?
Yeah, and it's been we're in a growing number of stores, but again, it's about we're out there educating every day, educating not only consumers but the trade on why they want to sell our products. So we are available throughout California in the natural food stores and like Whole Foods and in some of the grocery chains, even into some of those Costco stores as well. So it's becoming more widely available as it becomes more popular and people learn about the healthy properties of the products.
Mike, do you find that California is an open-minded market when it comes to this, compared to other portions of the United States where you may be trying to sell?
Very much so, yeah. California is a very good market for us, and people are interested in learning new things.
Oh, Mike, I'm sorry. Are you still there? I want to make sure we didn't lose you. Okay, good. we had a little phone glitch there.
Interference.
Patty Pipern's back with us.
Yes, I have a question. I was over here actually doing some work, but listening intently. I have a question. You mentioned the oil being sort of nutty in flavor. Is that something you can use to cook with the way you would use olive oil, or how do you use that?
Yeah, what's the smoke point on hemp? Is it something you can cook with?
Hemp does have a lower smoke point because of the essential fatty acids. So foods that are rich in omega-3 and omega-6, they're best used in cold applications. So you can use it as a salad dressing mixed with a little bit of apple cider or red wine or balsamic vinegar. It's delicious, or even lemon juice. Or you can add it to hot foods, but it's better to use it as a finishing oil after you've cooked the food.
So like for a salad dressing, it would be good.
Yeah. The great thing about using fats in a salad, it shows that it does help people lose weight because it gives you a more satiated feeling. You feel like you're full and you don't eat as much. And it combines with the nutrients so well in the salad. They just had that study a couple of months back. We had it here on Eat, Drink, Explore Radio. Okay, so Mike Fata is joining us right now with Manitoba Harvest. He's sticking on through the commercial break. Plus, we want to let you know that exclusively for listeners of Eat, Drink, Explore Radio, you can order some of their hemp products, 20% discount. You just need to go to manitobaharvest.com, and when you place your order, enter the code EAT-DRINK-EXPLORE. It's that easy. We'll remind you during the next segment here. You're listening to Eat, Drink, Explore Radio on this Sunday morning, 8:28 the time. Great to have you with us. We're back in a moment. So this is our business segment, and who we have on the phone right now from joining us from Canada is Mike Fata, and he started with a couple of his friends, Manitoba Harvest. They are a hemp foods and oils company. I find it fascinating because I eat hemp seeds in my oatmeal every morning, and I thought, you know what? I think this is something that people need to be introduced to. It's a health food, but currently hemp can only be grown in Canada. We can't grow it here in the United States because, in my opinion, we have some archaic laws. Okay, Mike Fata, welcome back to the Eat, Drink, Explore radio program.
Yes, thank you.
Did you find it a difficult process to help get those laws in Canada changed? What's the reasoning for banning hemp? It's a cousin to marijuana, but it doesn't contain the same properties. Correct.
Yeah, hemp and marijuana are both in the cannabis family, but hemp doesn't have any psychoactive drug. So it's used for industrial purposes. It's used for food, but it doesn't have any drug properties. So people can't get high or fail a drug test. But yeah, it took over 5 years to get the laws changed in Canada. It wasn't a short process because it was just a lot of education. People were confused, thinking that marijuana was a drug or that hemp was mixed in with marijuana and was a drug, and that's just not the case. But first it went to the provincial level, which is very much like state level, and then went up to the federal government. And in 1998 we were successful in getting the laws changed.
Well, as a result, we can't grow it here, and so we have to import all of our hemp, including your products. It's a little bit, in my opinion, like banning California's state flower, the California poppy. We can't grow no more poppies in California because they're related to those poppies that they make heroin from.
The opium
poppies, right?
Yeah, it's very much the same. There's poppies that don't have any drug aspect, and there's poppies that have that contain opiums that they make a drug out of. So it's very similar on hemp and marijuana in the cannabis family.
Are there large industrial forces that are? Is there a reason why there would be a push
some
to
lobby
keep it banned?
That says we don't grow hemp because it's going to encroach on what we're doing?
Yeah, you know what? One would say that hemp can be competitive to other industries, whether it's the pulp and paper industry or or the rope and cordage industry. But I think there's much more to gain from the healthy properties of hemp, specifically the ones in the food, in the hemp seed. It's sort of nonsense that it's banned, and I think we're fighting at that in the U.S. as well to get hemp legal in the U.S. And I'm quite confident that it'll happen at some point.
So along with the health aspects, which we were discussing before, it being a healthy alternative to add to your diet, are there ecological factors that hemp could be beneficial in using it as a product in place of some other? And I don't know, but I think that, if there was that advantage, maybe this would encourage people to kind of open their minds.
Yeah, definitely. Hemp is a great crop because it's a very hardy crop, and it grows really quickly, and so you can grow it with less chemical inputs, and it's also a really good crop to grow certified organically as well. So it does have ecological impacts that are positive, and there's every civilized nation grows hemp, and except for the U.S. So it's really just but it's legal to have the products and purchase the products and consume the products in the U.S. So it really is just the change in the law would be really impactful to American farmers.
If hemp were to be legalized here in the United States, would you consider expanding Manitoba Harvest to have some plantations here in, say, California, where I'm pretty certain that the climate would be favorable to growing hemp?
Very much so. We know that as soon as the U.S. as soon as hemp is legal in the U.S., and that many more consumers will know about the healthy benefits of the products, and we'll continue to expand operation to service the market there. And actually, we have family that are farmers, not in California, but in North Dakota, and there's many states that they're inviting hemp at a state level, but it's really just the federal government that standing in the way right now from farmers starting to grow the crop.
There was a large drought throughout many portions of the United States in the Midwest. The corn was negatively impacted in a big way. Is hemp a drought-tolerant plant?
It's very much a drought-tolerant plant. It has a very long taproot, so it can reach down further than traditional crops into the soil to pull moisture from the lower soil beds.
Well, that's fantastic. Okay, so I have a bag in front of me here of your organic hemp hearts. On the bag, you say sprinkle on salad, cereal, and yogurt, which would be non-cooking sorts of things. So every morning when I put it in my yogurt, I think, am I not supposed to be cooking this? Like, is it something that should be kept uncooked? Is it a problem that I cook it with my oatmeal?
It's not a problem that you cook it. It is a great product that you can eat raw. But it makes it's a wonderful addition to a lot of foods. You can use it in baking. You can use it in stir fries. And we have hundreds of recipes on our website at manitobaharvest.com. But it very much is a product that can be eaten raw, or you can eat it cooked.
So this may be out of the scope of your your experience, but when Randall mentioned the drought that so affected corn and then has this domino effect, it's we're seeing it in a lot of other areas. Would this be an alternative for adding to animal feed, which is one of the things that corn is used for?
Good point, Patty. Yeah,
it is actually, and we've been supporting research at the University of Manitoba, which is a big agriculture school here in Canada, on hemp for animal feed. It's that next after people are enjoying the great taste of the products and the healthy benefits, but it also can be used for animal feed as well.
It seems like if you were to use just one word to describe the hemp plant, it would be versatile.
Very much so.
Wow.
And used for thousands of years. And even the U.S., it was legal to grow hemp in the U.S. In the early 1900s, and the hemp and in the U.S. grew a lot of hemp for the fiber and for food, and it was banned in 1937. So haven't been able to grow it in the U.S. for the last 60 or 70 years here, but it very much is a value-added crop that will be coming back to America.
We know that laws can be rolled back. Prohibition was rolled back.
Right.
A lot of the laws surrounding making a home brew, microbrewed beers and stuff, those got rolled back in the 80s and 90s, and now you have brew pubs in just about every city in the United States, which is fantastic. Seems like this is one of those laws that was just archaic, and the thinking behind it at the time, maybe had some good points, but we now, in hindsight, look at it and really, it's a law that should be repealed. I'm surprised it hasn't. I imagine it's a federal law, so I don't know that California could, as just a state, change the rules. But a lot of times things start here, so
right.
maybe if we have a push. Hey, Mike, one thing I want to really thank you for is that your company is offering listeners of Eat, Drink, Explore Radio exclusive 20% off all of your products there that they can buy online.
Yeah, just if you go to manitobaharvest.com and shop on our store and enter that promo code Eat, Drink, Explore at checkout, and you get 20% off. And again, we have a couple hundred recipes on our website, some great tasting foods, and people should check it out.
Yeah, and they have starter packs, and if you've never tried it before and you want to
sample some of the different products.
Yeah, kind of small. So if you go to our website, eatdrinkexplore.com, and go to the program summary, I have a link to Manitoba Harvest there with the promo code right under it. I mean, it's easy, Eat, Drink, Explore. But you can just copy and paste it right into the coupon code box at your checkout. And very educational couple of segments there, Mike. We want to bring you back from time to time to have little updates on the progress of legalizing hemp here in the United States. Mike Fata with Manitoba Harvest, manitobaharvest.com. Thank you so much for joining us here on Eat, Drink, Explore Radio.
You're very welcome, and thanks for having me.
All right, 8:44 the time on this Sunday morning. It's a Sunday shaker of a morning here in California. We had an earthquake overnight that we'll tell you about a little more about after the commercial break here. I'm your host, Randall White, joined by Patty Pyburn. Little overcast. Next segment.